Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here. Guys, I'm kind of late. Sorry about that. I knew I should have just made this stream for 6:30 my time. I don't know why I did that, but I'm so pumped that we've got some folks hanging out, waiting to watch this wonderful movie. I just couldn't stay away from you guys. I know I said I probably wasn't going to go live today, and I was going to do a members thing either today or tomorrow. Make sure my hair doesn't look stupid, although it always kind of does. I do have a member stream all planned for tomorrow. I was hard at work today on the channel, just getting some stuff lined up and, moving a few things. So I want to start everything off, first off, by saying thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure to click that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching after the fact, you are awesome for checking out this stream. That's amazing. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of John Carpenter's Christine, based on the Stephen King novel of the same name. And I think that's I do want to also say welcome to our brand new channel members. We've got 17 new channel members as of yesterday. You guys were awesome during my birthday stream, throwing out the super chats and gifting memberships. I believe Pat That Halloween Movie Collector gifted a couple, Cody Snyder gifted 5, and Leanna Bevy Rage gifted 10. So that's amazing. So right now, including our guy Raymond Malaber, who we're never going to let go of, we're at 79 channel members, which is absolutely incredible. So if you're a new channel member, welcome, welcome. I do have some fun stuff planned. So we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping before we get going on the movie, guys, but I'm going to do my best to just get to the movie as soon as possible. But you know me, I talk. It's what I can do. It's what I fucking do. So hopefully you guys don't mind that, but I'll try to keep the talking to a relative minimum here. I just want to say what's up to everybody, and then we'll get going on some of that housekeeping here. So we got Chester Franklin Jr. in the house. What's happening, Chester? Great to see you. Chester has some wrestling to watch. Well, if you want to put us on in the background or just, watch us later on the replay, Chester, whatever you got. I totally get it, though. I appreciate you jumping in and saying what's up. We got Lamontre Gillard in the house, one of our great channel members. What's happening, Lamontre? Hope you're doing well today, sir. We got Antonis Andriotis, another one of our channel members. Hope you are having an awesome Monday so far, Antonis. Always a pleasure to see you here. Antonis says Christine is one of Carpenter's best movies, probably top 3 for me. Yeah, I really enjoy this one. In fact, I am going to be watching on YouTube just because it's easier with the setup that I have here in my new space. It is free on YouTube right now. So even, if you're not a premium member, there might be commercials, but you can watch along. There's a link pinned in the description, or it's pinned in the chat and also in the description. So if you guys are jumping in midstream or whatever, you're hanging out in the chat, you can open up a brand new window and watch along over there. But I do have this really sweet little steel book for Christine. I've still got the little paper attached to it with the glue and all that. Pretty basic though. It's just got the disc in there. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. But it is pretty cool looking with that shot there of Christine. I don't really collect these things too much, but I saw this one for a very nice price and was like, why the hell not? I've really only seen Christine one time, guys. So this is going to be my second time checking this out, but I really do enjoy this this flick. So yeah, let's see who else we got. Gory Tiger, what's happening, Gory? So great to see you. Hope you are doing well, my guy. Thank you for jumping in and hanging out with us. We got Nicholas Woodall in the chat. What's happening, Nicholas? I feel like it's been a minute. Hope you've been well. Welcome back in. We got Aaron Click. What's up, Aaron? Great to see you. Our guy, Happy Sanjo, Coy is jumping in saying, I'm going to be busy tonight, but I stopped in to say hi and hope you have a good stream. Thank you so much, Coy. Really appreciate you. If you guys haven't subbed over on Happy Sanjo's channel, go ahead and give him a peep and think about hitting that subscribe button. We got Michelle Schmidt in the house saying, hi, birthday boy. Yes, I guess we can still celebrate it. Technically, it was my birthday yesterday, but you know what, Michelle? Let's just keep on celebrating. Why not? It's actually my nephew Austin's birthday today, and the day before my birthday was my niece Shay. So there's Shay's on the 17th, I'm on the 18th, my nephew Austin is on the 19th, which is today, if you're watching with us in the present, and then my nephew Devin, Austin's older brother, his birthday's on the 23rd of May. So a lot of May birthdays here for our clan. We got Eli Cortez in the house, one of our great Death Squad mods and channel members. What's happening, Eli? So great to see you. Dropping the Happy Sanjo link. Thank you so much. Wander This World 97's got his Christine Blu-ray ready. Hell yeah, we'll get going on that really quick here. Let's see here. Wayne Gottke jumping in to say, I believe Stephen King has even stated that John Carpenter developed a faithful adaptation of his novel, and he enjoyed it. That's a rarity for Stephen King, right? It seems like he's always... Everyone says that John Carpenter's such a grump. I feel like Stephen King is like always talking mad shit. Let's see here. Steelbook for like $5. I think I got mine from like... Yeah, I don't even know if it was $10 from like Best Buy or something like that. I mean, it's pretty bare bones, but fun nonetheless. We got Jeff from John Doe Juggalo, another great content creator in the house. What's happening, Jeff? Hope you're doing well. Looks like we might be all caught up with everyone kicking it with us here. We got about 15 folks hanging out with us on the stream here. That's awesome. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and take care of some kind of housekeeping stuff here. So, hey guys, 20 subscribers away from 1,400 subs. That would be cool if we could hit that this week. If you guys know somebody that you think would dig this kind of content, let people know. Feel free to share on socials, all that good stuff. But of course, just kicking it with me is plenty good indeed. But I want to show you guys, let me share the screen here. I think I'm going to do something like, let's see, bear with me here. I didn't want to make you guys wait for any longer than you already were. So let me see what we got here for you. There we go. Davey Death Ray YouTube. And how does this look? Oh, geez, that's so funny. Let's do that, even though it's not perfect. So guys, there are some new streams up here. So if you're a channel member, check this out. We're doing an 80s horror movie trivia tomorrow. That's going to be, let's see here, 3 o'clock Eastern time, 8 p.m. UK time. I wanted to do a members only stream where our folks across the pond can join in and get a shot at that $30 gift card prize. So usually it's just something like Amazon, so you guys can get like a movie or something fun, but I like to give back to the members. You know, it pays to be a member here. So just 99 cents a month gets you into membership. I wanted to make sure to highlight this one because it's coming up tomorrow. So if you're a brand new member, at least hop in and say what's up. I'd like the trivia to be as competitive and as fun as possible. So join us, won't you? Thank you. And then what else do we have going on here? On Wednesday night, we've got our guy Matt Facci joining us for Late Night with the Davey. That'll be 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do Start Bench Cut, and we're covering 70s and 80s horror. So if you guys don't know what Start Bench Cut is, it's kind of like Fuck, Marry, Kill, right? So it's like you pick 3 things, and Matt and I will prepare some for each other and to contribute ourselves, but we're really interested in having you guys submit some items for us to rank. So as long as it's 70s or 80s horror, and they can be mixed decades, it doesn't have to be like all 70s, all 80s for the 3, but basically you give us 3 items, like 3 characters, 3 movies, 3 franchises, 3 kill scenes, or whatever, soundtracks, and we rank them Start Bench Cut. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. That's what we're going to be doing here for episode 44 of Late Night with the Davey. Guys, I'm so pumped. If everything goes to schedule, we're going to be hitting episode 50 of Late Night with the Davey on June 25th. I'm so pumped to get there. I don't know. It's just going to be another episode, I'm sure. Maybe I'll try to find a way to make it a little more special, but I'm excited to hit that milestone nonetheless. And then the following Wednesday, we've got our gal Jamie Hart joining us for part 2 of talking Evil Dead. So episode 45 of Late Night with the Davey, we're going to be talking about the Evil Dead from 2013. I guess just Evil Dead from 2013. The Ash vs. Evil Dead television show, Evil Dead Rise, and then what Jamie and I want to see or what we expect to see from the future of the IP and just, you know, our feelings on the landscape of how everything is looking for the Evil Dead, which I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. I think it's looking pretty good, but I'm very interested in seeing what Jamie's got to say about it. And then here on the 31st, this is Saturday night, May 31st. It is the 40th anniversary of Fletch, starring Chevy Chase, one of my favorite movies of all time and one of the best comedies I've ever seen, ever. And that's its actual anniversary, is May 31st. So we're going to have our good old pal CHH, Christian from Planet CHH, is going to be joining us here to have a little watch party. And I'm going to take a little, page from Jason's book over at Backtrack Cinema and pull up some little talking points and everything. So, of course, we'll be able to enjoy the movie and have some laughs and all that kind of stuff. But we'll actually just be talking about it as well. I'll be bringing up points as we move through. So, looking forward to that. And then a little bit of a schedule change here. Originally, we were going to have this Movie Punks episode this Friday. But a couple things came up and we ended up rescheduling for Friday, June 6th. So guys, on Friday, June 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be talking about the metal classic from the 80s, Black Roses. It's going to be Foz Rotten and myself, your standard Movie Punks, but we're also bringing in Garrett from Born to Be Rad and Bill from The Ever Scathed to talk about this movie. Those guys are massive fans of this one, so I'm really pumped to have that chat. And then let's see here. I do want to shill for one more thing, because originally we were going to do that Black Roses stream this Friday on the 23rd. But since that didn't work out, I'm actually going to be popping up over on Fans of Something. We're going to be doing, it's sort of like a game show called Poorly Explained Movies. And this is their second episode where they actually have a game called Poorly Explained Movies. And they bring on a panel. Eddie brings on a panel of content creators and guests that compete in the game. So that'll be, let's see here, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Friday, May 23rd. I'll make sure to share it on the channel as well. I'll put together a post just so you guys can put together or set up the notification if you'd like. But if you haven't subscribed over to Fans of Something, go ahead and throw them a sub and, come give me some shit on Friday night while I play that game. I think that's all the housekeeping I've got for you so far. So let's go ahead and do this one. Boom, there we go. I'm going to get the stopwatch going. I'm going to get it going to 5 seconds, which I should have done before. No worries. There we go. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. This weekend we'll probably do something. Saturday night, maybe expect something, or Sunday. So just keep an eye out. I've got a few ideas in the works. There's something that I want to do that's, let's see. What's the biggest horror movie fail ever? I kind of like that. Almost like it's not really like a hot take, but I want your guys' input on that, where you guys show up to the chat with like big horror movie fails, whether it's an entire movie or, if you're like a big hater on Halloween Ends and you think that they totally dropped the ball in the third chapter of that David Gordon Green escapade. Whatever you got, you can show up and let me know. That's an idea that I'm thinking about just doing a live stream on, just kind of a topical discussion, or just discussing that topic with you guys rather. So, and then we could do something like hot takes, scary horror movie opinions you won't agree with is the title that I've got for that one. I did see that Dave McCrae just did a hot take live earlier today. I know, Cody Leach, I feel like he's done a few of those where he's just put together the videos and he sort of curates a bunch of people's hot takes. So I figure, at some point along the line, I think that would be fun to have that conversation with you guys and let you guys know what some of my horror hot takes are. So, okay, cool. I think we're all caught up. We're about 15 minutes. Just going to make sure I say what's up to everybody else that's joined us since I started really blah, blah, blahing. Let's see who we got. Thank you so much, Eli. Yeah, guys, don't forget to slash that like button and sub to my amazing channel. That's right. I'll go ahead and say it. Amazing channel. And consider becoming a member of the Mighty Death Squad for some awesome perks. Yeah, including trivia tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. You could win a $30 gift card, 80s horror trivia. So bone up on your 80s horror trivia and come win that prize tomorrow. I always think of that when I say join us. Join us. Start bench cut Jason Michael Ash. Michael Ash Jason. There we go. Will we discuss Evil Dead Burn? Yeah, I mean, when we talk about the future of the franchise, we'll talk about that and what we think it will be. I doubt we're going to get any more news on it than we've already gotten, just one or two tiny little breadcrumbs. But yeah, Jamie and I will definitely talk about, just what we know about Evil Dead Burn and then what else we want to see from the franchise. Just kind of shoot from the hip on that. We got Walter Adams in the chat. What's happening? Walter says, Fletch. Yes, I love Fletch. Top 5 movie for me. Whoa, there's Fred. Won't he be surprised? I'll have a glass of hot fat and the head of Alfredo Garcia. I'll take a steak sandwich and a steak sandwich. What's happening? Adrian James in the house. Hope you're doing well. I am having a great day. Pumped to get this movie going here in a few. Let's see here. Hi, Davey. No shitter ever came between me and Christine. There you go. What's happening, Herbert? Great to see you. I am keeping a tidy house. We're housekeeping here, Aaron. That's right. We got Prince in the house. What's happening? Yep, Davey Doo. There we go. Cruel ZV jumping on in. What's happening, Cruel ZV? Hope you're doing well. 2 nights in a row. I know. Fun times, right? Did 5 Nights at Freddy's bomb? I don't think so. I think it did really well. Yeah, I mean, they're doing a sequel, right? Just wondering if you'd want to join me on my podcast for my second episode about 28 years later. Yeah, Cruel, what I would say is hit me up, shoot me like a DM on Instagram or on Twitter. The links are in the description below. So just shoot me a message. I'm very communicative. Guys, if you ever have a question for me or you get your own channel going or whatever you got. I mean, if I'm too busy at the time, I might just wait to read it until I can actually respond because I like to actually open those things up and respond when I've got the time. But I'm pretty responsive and very friendly despite, I don't know, maybe I come across as a total jerk on here. I have no idea. I think there have been many times in my life where I was like, man, I think people think I'm kind of a jerk. Maybe it's just because I speak my opinions and I'm not shy about it, but I don't know. I always thought of myself as like kind of a nice guy. We got Silly Automatic jumping in with a monkey playing an accordion. That's amazing. What's happening, Silly? Hope you are doing well. I believe this is your first time, so welcome on in. You're kicking it with the Death Squad. Everybody make Silly feel very welcome. Thank you so much, Eli. Really appreciate it. Belated happy birthday, my man. Stay on the punk side, baby. Oh, I always will. I always will. Yeah, shoot me a message, Cruel. I'd like to get in touch with you. We got Brad Underwood in the house. What's happening, Brad? So good to see you. Appreciate the belated birthday well wishes. Hope you are doing well, my guy. Always great to see you jump back into the chat there. Even though you've got that eyesore of a Eagles Super Bowl championship ring. No, it's fine. I'm a Redskins fan, but I can get down. I rooted for you guys against the Chiefs. I'll say that. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. If you don't have just shoot me a DM. We'll get talking about it. Excited for Final Reckoning. Guys, I thought about going to see that. Like, I still might. 2 hours and 49 minutes. What the hell's going on here? What am I supposed to do? Like, put a catheter in? Wear a diaper? How do you expect people to, even if like I would have to like fast on water to go and watch Mission Impossible for 2 hours and 49 minutes without having to use the facilities? It's absolutely absurd. But I do have the AMC A list, so I might as well like just go watch it and let you guys know what I think. I probably wouldn't do a full review of that, but I do an out of theater reaction or something like that. Let's see here. Hey, no worries. We're going to get the movie going. I know it's been 20 minutes, but let's go ahead and get this thing going. Guys, link is pinned in the chat if you're watching live. If you're watching after the fact, there is a link in the description below. I don't know how long this movie is going to be free on YouTube, but as of today, the year our Lord 2025, May 19th at 6:51 p.m. Pacific time, Christine is free on YouTube. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. First off, we got to stop our music. So there we go. Stop that music. No one needs to hear that while the movie's going on in the background, you know. You know, let's see here. Okay. I've got it ready to go. Are you guys ready? Let me know in the chat if you are watching along, and we'll do a little countdown and we'll get it going. So, what I'm going to do, guys, is I will start the film, and then once the movie is at 5 seconds, I'll resume the timer. That way, the time code is all matched up for everyone. So we are going to get going here. Jeff is pumped. I am pumped as well. Prince wants to get that thing going. And maybe I'll pull up, get a little poll going for you guys to see what you guys think of Christine. So let's go ahead and get the movie rolling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. There we go. Got that Columbia logo popping up. Okay. Good old John Carpenter. 1983. And this movie is like completely silent before that engine starts right there. Amazing. It's a beautiful sound, isn't it? So yeah, guys, this one, let's just go through some of the little factoids here. You know, John Carpenter wrote or directed this one, written by Stephen King and Bill Phillips. Looks like Bill helped Stephen out with the, I would imagine, the screen version, the screenplay here. So stars Keith Jordan, John Stockwell, Alexandra Paul. We got Harry Dean Stanton in here as well. Robert Prosky, who I recognize. And a handful of others here. Now, Keith Gordon, you guys might recognize him from Jaws 2. He's also in Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. So that's pretty cool. I love Jaws 2. I'm a big fan. So always great to see, you know, kind of an unassuming guy get a good little run of films there. We got Bad to the Bone kicking in here. Classic. Kind of always makes me think of like Terminator 2. I'm curious to know when. Oh, so he's like he's a director now, Keith Gordon. 10 episodes of Dexter. Okay. Directed an episode of House, The Killing, Nurse Jackie, the TV show, the Fargo TV show. Okay. Homeland, 6 episodes of that. So he moved into a directing role. Okay. Good for him. I love seeing people kind of stretch and do something different. And I'm just curious to know because Jaws 2 was 78, Back to School was 86. So just within that 8 years, you know, 3 pretty big movies. He was in Dress to Kill from 1980, Keith Gordon. That's I really like Dress to Kill. I think that's a Brian De Palma kind of Hitchcock-esque movie. He was in All That Jazz back in 79. So nice run there for Keith. You know, from the late 70s to the mid to late 80s and then jumping into the director's chair. So hell yeah, Keith. I love his performance in Jaws too. I mean, the kids are all great. The teenagers, top notch. Awesome opening scene here of just a nice little montage, and then Christine taking her first victim there. Just a hand, though, not a whole entire life, but just getting a little taste of what's to come here. Beautiful, beautiful Christine. Herbert says, I loved how the car came back together with the supernatural aspect. As a film geek, I had to know how they did that. Crew members pulled the car apart and shot it in reverse post-production. Yeah, they had, with some of it, they had, what is it? Like hydraulics that they, you know, crushed it, and then the hydraulics like pushed it. Smoking in the car, no good. Good old Buddy Holly needle drop there. Yeah, Jaws 2 is really fun. There you go, Herbert dropping the Dress to Kill. Yeah, went to Sarah Lawrence acting school where Brian De Palma was teaching film courses. Okay, Yeah, I dig. I haven't seen like every Brian De Palma film, but the ones that I've seen really do have that kind of Hitchcock vibe. I dig it. I dig his directing style. I mean, I guess Dress to Kill, it's sort of like Hitchcock meets like Giallo, and I would say that like Brian De Palma, especially as far as like American directors, probably got the closest to having a movie that felt like, gave off some of those Italian Giallo vibes, similar to like Deep Red, stuff like that. Got to get my water on. What is this guy dead in here too? Again, guys, this is just the second time I've seen this. Yeah. Yeah, you F around with Smoking and Christine, and he's going to take care of you. What a crazy way to have a horn, like a horn that you like squeeze on the bottom. Little updated version of the Buddy Holly track here. Oh yeah, he did Carrie as well. There you go. I think did Brian De Palma do that Blowout movie with John Travolta? I think he did. This guy. This must be, yeah, John Stockwell. Got a little bit of that kind of little bit of a Kevin Bacon vibe going on here. A touch. What else is he in that I've seen recently? Top Gun. He was in Top Gun. I feel like I saw him in something else recently. He was in the Friday the 13th TV series. All right. Losing It. Eddie and the Cruisers. Okay. He's just got a look about him. He just looks kind of familiar. Yeah. Crazy teenagers. That's a good question, Antonis. Let me check I'm going to pull up the trivia here on the IMDb. So it doesn't say how many here, but it says 15% of the budget was just on the cars. By the end of filming, all but 2 were destroyed. Damn. Stephen King chose a 58 Plymouth Fury for Christine because it was a forgotten car. So he didn't want the car that already had like legendary status to it. Yeah. There's a whole bunch here. One of the Plymouth Furies from the movie was sold for $167,000 in 2004. How about that? Gail, just in case. Classic 80s teen movie where they're talking about like, we got to get you laid. I've never seen Obsession. I should check that out. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You couldn't do an origin movie about a killer car. That would just be odd. Maybe I'll just beat off. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot. There's, they intentionally pulled, from Christine. That's no secret for sure. I'm not saying anything new. I know that. I mean, even like the jacket, the look that Arnie has here, the fact that his last name's Cunningham, just sort of similar. And yeah, I mean, Carpenter scored both of them, so there's going to be a little bit of that for sure. This girl's a cutie. It's funny because it's not supposed to take place in the 60s, but she's got a little bit of a 60s vibe. Or is it supposed to be in the 60s? No. Everyone's such a jerk to Arnie, aren't they? Interesting. It says the opening scene, which shows Christine being born in Detroit, was added in for the movie. It was used to explain the origin of Christine's evil nature, which had been changed from the original Stephen King novel. I wonder how he tried to explain it in the novel. Must be kind of corny. Keith Gordon says on a DVD extra that he pretended the car was a woman. So wherever he touched the car, he imagined which part of a woman the car was. Oh, wow. Filthy. Bemis. It's the 70s. Okay. Thank you, Gory. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah. They must have said, I think they put that up on the screen at the beginning, and I was just not really paying attention. My bad. Body Double. Yeah, that's a good one, too. It's a great comedic moment. I keep on meaning to do this. I'm going to start a poll here, see what you guys think of Christine. So it'll just be between 1 to 4 stars. If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. Oh, jeez. These guys are the friggin' worst. I love how, like, this guy's, like, clearly, like, 35. He's in high school. He's like, you know, the bullies are so hardcore. You've got Ted from Friday the 13th Part 2 back there, right? That's him? The guy with his friggin' switchblade. Like, no big deal. No big deal having a switchblade in high school back in the 80s, tell you what. Yeah, Stuart Charno. I believe he's Ted in Friday the 13th Part 2. There you go. He was in Once Bitten as well. Interesting. Yo, kick your effing booty. Let's see here. Brad Underwood says when Arnie says show me, I get chills. Oh, that's one of the best moments in the whole movie there. That music that kicks in, so good. Buddy Repperton, Danny Zucco, evil twin from Greece. Kind of, yeah. I can see that for sure. Yeah, the 30-year-old teenager. Yeah, I mean, elements from Halloween Ends, like you see so many of them here. I mean, just within this one scene, and granted, I know that people don't like that they're band geeks in Halloween Ends, but such similar, elements here. So Tyler, yeah, if you pull out your 4K, you could go that route. The link to the movie on YouTube is pinned in the chat, and it's also in the description. Free on YouTube right now. What's happening, Destiny? How are you doing? So great to see you. Hope you're having an awesome start to the week so far. And look at that. You're awake. You're awake, and I'm guessing it's past 8:30 your time. I'm assuming that you're not on Pacific time. Dennis was Cougar from Top Gun. Okay. Yeah, back in the 70s, you could pull out knives in high school. You could be in your 30s and be in high school, and then teachers could like shake you around by your shirt. It was not a big deal at all. Hell yeah, Cruel ZV. Yeah, you can trust me. Come on. How can you trust that guy? Destiny, I just wanted to let you know that officially, because Brett Man gave me a $1.99 super chat yesterday during my birthday stream, I now officially have to start watching Twin Peaks. And then I said that when I'm done, I'm going to have you and Jamie on for a live stream to discuss it. Not sure if you're into doing the live stream thing or anything like that, but I'll hit you up once I'm all caught up on everything. Holy cow, 9:06 and still awake. Little golf clap for you. There you go. Just got back from my friend's house. She watched Final Destination for the first time. The very first one, or did you make her watch like all of the movies? Just I liked the new one. I thought it was one of the better ones in the franchise for sure. Yeah, dirty stuff, the way they talk about him. That's almost like a dance move. Those are kind of like dance moves this guy's got. I'll fix you. Cha, cha. I'm over here. Now I'm over here. Yeah, I mean, awesome hair. Those sideburns or something else, like very pointy. Almost got like a Wolverine sort of look going on. Very nice. I had, before jumping in on here, I had a little salad with light ranch dressing, half a chicken. Yes, half of a chicken and a green apple, a Granny Smith green apple, a little sprinkle of Parmesan in there. That was my dinner. But I also have birthday cake here because I only had a bite from that piece of birthday cake from last night. So I got a little birthday cake here. So I'll have to eat that. I'll have to eat that. And here, I guess, yeah, right. If I remember correctly, this old man that sells him Christine has the filthiest mouth. It's also the old sweet neighbor in Home Alone that they think is that they think killed his family. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. I'll once I'm ready to go or ready to start planning it, Des, I will start a little chat with you and Jamie and find out a good time for all y'all to hop on with me. The first one, she's seen 2 and I guess 4. Ooh, 4. That's a rough one. And we saw the new one together Friday with my mom. Hell yeah. Is she single? Is she coming out to Arizona? These are things I need to know. I'm just joking. Oh, we have fun. Yeah, I actually really think 5, Final Destination 5 is damn good. That Nicholas DeGusto actor, I think that's his name, something like that, DeGusto, something. I've always liked that guy as a performer. He's just got the charm. Mini carrots, chicken breasts, and mashed potatoes. Ooh, yeah. It was a really awesome birthday, Herbert. Thank you so much. Nice shrimp pasta. There you go. This guy's got this crazy girdle on. It's like, you have broken ribs and a broken back? You ever owned a car before? Yeah, Gory, this is the guy from Home Alone that's the neighbor. I live in Vancouver. Should I be worried? No, you should not be worried. I don't know what that means, but you should not be worried. Newly married. Well, congratulations. I hope it lasts forever. That's the goal, right? That's what I wanted. Didn't work out that way, but that's what I wanted. This guy's friggin' mouth is so dirty. If you're watching along, you know why I'm cracking up. Yeah, part 5's so good. All the Final Destinations, including Bloodlines, except 4, I think were filmed in Vancouver. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, Vancouver, it's such a popular place to shoot. So get those tax breaks, y'all. Dang, yeah, I just watched this for the first time last year, guys. What's happening, Ashton? Welcome on in, bud. Hope you're having a good day so far, man. This guy's hilarious here. He's so charming. It is the exact opposite of the character he plays, the wholesome, gentle, wise old man that he plays in Home Alone. And I'm going to eat some cake, so leave me alone about it, okay? Guy is weird. So is he already under the spell? You know, he's like so dedicated. $250, but it doesn't even run, does it? I think it's just because it's poor quality. I know that's like such a general answer, Herbert. Um, the 3D CG effects, a lot of them look pretty poor and didn't. I'm guessing didn't even look good when the movie came out. The male lead, he was in that Scream TV show, which I actually really like that show. He's not a good actor. He's not very good in the Scream TV show. He's terrible in Final Destination 4. Like no charisma. Don't like him at all. And the premonition kind of dumb. I don't know. Just 4 is just easily the worst, I would say. That's wild, Cruel. I warmed up to her performance as the movie went on. At first, she didn't have me, but I came around. Yeah, we know you know how we do things, Arnie. We completely control you. You can't do anything without our approval. You know? Yeah. No wonder he gets bullied at school and just puts up with it. His parents friggin' bully him. I love the friend gets blamed. He's like, what the fuck? What? He's like, I told him that he shouldn't do it, but he called me discount Kevin Bacon and I backed off. Yeah, I mean, you could have the same director. It doesn't mean the same quality job's done. I think 2 is one of the stronger sequels. It's tough. I've found Final Destination 5 to be very charming, but Bloodlines just like kind of makes everything make sense a lot more. So I think Bloodlines would probably get the nod of knocking part 5 out of the top 3. Yeah, that guy like is lucky if he's like 5 feet tall. Not that there's anything wrong with being short. Sometimes I'm like, this is our leading guy in Final Destination 4. Like, holy cow, shit. And as a performer, I just think he's kind of weak. Yeah, all of the 3D CG looks like pieces of like Jello getting thrown at the camera. Kind of, they don't look. There's no like weight to it. The lighting is off on the effects. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good show. I like it. Let me guess. Destiny, your new favorite Final Destination character is Eric, the guy that's kind of like Kyle Gallner meets a very young Bam Margera. That's when I first saw him. I was like, this is like young Bam. Oh, damn, you never saw Back to School? He's in Back to School. That's another good one with him in there. If you like Rodney Dangerfield. Final Destination 4 almost feels like a school project. That poor movie. I think the franchise is like it's mediocre. It's a mediocre franchise, guys. There's no movies in that franchise that like blow my mind or I'm like, wow, what a horror franchise. So 4 has got to be pretty bad for even the people that like or like these mediocre movies calling it very bad. Yeah, I got to see the car, Herbert. I know I'm a big NoFX fan, and Fat Mike from NoFX said that the car is one of his favorite horror movies of all time. Good old Eric, really great character, awesome amount of laughs, and the comedy in Bloodlines doesn't undercut the film, so that's great. This guy is such a crazy drunk. Robert Prosky. What else do I know this guy from? There's some of these actors that I just seen in so many movies growing up in the 80s and 90s. Rich ass snot-nosed kids. Don't interrupt me, punk. Broadcast news. Mrs. Doubtfire, Dead Man Walking. Okay, he's been in a whole bunch of TV shows too. Shut your pie hole. That is classic. That is a classic way to say shut up. I love it. Hill Street Blues. There you go. He's like so wasted he doesn't understand that these kids are both very nice. Lowlifes. Apparently he's in Trick or Treat, the anthology films, as like a background character. Yeah, I mean, I'd say the first one is okay. I think the second Final Destination might be a little bit better than the first movie. I did really like 5. I think Bloodlines is fun because it makes sense of Tony Todd's character and connects things. 3, 4, never again. Nick from Last Action Hero. Is that another movie? He's the is he the theater owner in Last Action Hero? He's in Rudy. Yeah, Nick, and he's in Hoffa. He was in the Cheers for an episode. Oh, he's been in a whole bunch. Gremlins, the new batch, or Gremlins 2, the new batch, which was in the poll today. Jeez. The Vampire Boy. Yep. Says Tyler. That's just how I'm interpreting that, Tyler. Is he the theater owner? And Tyler goes, Projectionist. Okay. No worries, Paula. Welcome on in to the stream. Hope you're having a great day so far. We are cruising along here with Christine from 1983. Ooh, Grave Encounters too. I've never even seen Grave Encounters. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we were talking about that, Nick. And welcome on in. We got Nick Push's Horror Channel, one of our great channel members. So awesome to see you here, Nick. Yeah, the bullies are so incredibly old in this movie. And yeah, pulling out switchblades, just really doing whatever the hell they want. The high school has kind of a prison vibe to it. A fucking brand new windshield wiper. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, he's just, I guess they did say he was in, so he does shop class. So he's just exceptionally gifted. Arnie, I would imagine. What's happening? Robert the Wolfman. Ow, ow. Hope you're doing well, Robert. Always a pleasure seeing you. Hop on in. Let's see here. Who else we got jumping on in here? The chat is filling up. You guys are great. Yeah. Let's see here. We're about 28 minutes and 40 seconds through. Guy is hilarious. So 23 votes so far. How do you rate Christine? 65% of you give it 4 stars. Oh, 24 votes, 62% say 4 stars, 38% say 3 stars, and we have no 2-star or 1-star votes so far. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, guys, if you're jumping in now and you want to watch along, the film is available for free on YouTube. There's a link pinned in the chat, and there's one in the description as well. And if you're jumping on in, don't forget to hit that like button. I sure would appreciate it. Much obliged. I'll just say a bunch of Southern shit. There you go. What the hell's going on? Oh my goodness. Come on. Take care, Cruel. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter and we'll put something together. Everyone wonders, is Dennis blind or crazy? You had Kelly Preston wanted you in that bedroom and blow her off for Alexandra Paul. Yeah, you know, that's just the writing. All right, Grave Encounters. Got to check that one out. I'm going to pull it up here so I don't forget. Grave Encounters. I don't even know what these are about. The name sounds familiar, but the artwork does not. 63% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty good for if it's horror. 2011 Canadian found footage supernatural horror film. I struggle with found footage movies, Des. I don't know what it is. Even like Hell House LLC, everyone's like, oh my gosh, that movie's so scary. And I feel like I'm just waiting around the whole time when I'm watching found footage movies. Gaz, here's some jumping into the chat. Gaz, I'm not sure if I've seen you in here before, so welcome on in. If you've been in before, my apologies. Welcome back. You're kicking it with the Death Squad, so everybody make Gaz feel very welcome here. Gaz asks, Davey, have you seen Kill List? Best UK horror/thriller of all time. No, I have not. I have not seen Kill List. Super cutie. Two cuties kicking it in the library. Oh my goodness. The first one very much gives ghost adventures. This might be my favorite Carpenter score. Yeah, it's really damn good, Nick. Yeah, this one and obviously the Halloween theme is great and all that, and the music in Halloween is awesome, but I think The Fog and Christine, people, you know, maybe not hardcore music fans, but I think like people that are more into the film side of things, maybe, yeah, there's not as much appreciation for the Christine soundtrack or the Fog soundtrack, which I think is super spooky and adds a whole hell of a lot to that movie. We got Jamie Hart in the chat, one of our great channel members, and the OG Death Squad mod. Hope you're doing well, Jamie. Thank you so much for joining us. Much obliged. Makes me think of X. That's funny. I just watched X today for the very first time. Grabbed myself a little breakfast cold homemade pizza that my mom made up yesterday for my birthday, and a cup of coffee, and sat down and watched X for the very first time. And I'll probably watch Pearl maybe, you know, tomorrow or later. I might try to watch a couple of them tomorrow. Or I want to watch Pearl, and then I want to watch Maxine. That's what I should have asked you guys in the poll is, what's your favorite movie from the X trilogy? I am on Facebook. If you look up Davey Death Ray, you should be able to find me on there. If not, my last name is Conway. Makes you think of X. Hopefully not Jason X. Yeah, I never watched any of the sequels because the first one didn't really do it for me. Oh, the We Watched a Movie guys apparently made a cameo in the second Grave Encounters. Interesting. I stopped watching those guys. It got to the point where I was like, I remember what I was like in high school, but I'm in my 40s now, and I like some of their like older material and stuff, but I think after a while I was just like, I can only take so much of grown men acting like 16-year-olds. I can only do it so much, guys. More power to them. I know they do more than that. I know Mike, writes and all that stuff. It's great. They're very successful. I think that's awesome for them and awesome for other horror YouTubers. Arnie's just picking fights everywhere he goes. Where? I love it's really cool though how they slowly, as Arnie is putting together Christine, he is getting a bit more, he's not full asshole yet, but he's like a little more sassy, looking a little more put together as far as like his clothes go and all that kind of stuff. I love that. Get off my back. It's almost like he sang it. We should do Christine the musical, a whole song called Get Off My Back. Hard to comprehend your lukewarm reception to Hell House, Davey. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to make it tough for you guys. There are about 2 scenes alone that cement it into my top 3 found footage list and maybe my top 20 horror list. Yeah, I don't know. Like a clown that like turns his head in between camera movements doesn't really, I don't know. Like that's like all that movie really gave me. I guess there is the scene in the bedroom where the girl like is in the corner. I don't know. It wasn't like bad. I just certain subgenres just don't resonate with some people as much as others do. And I think for me, I'm not against giving found footage movies a shot, but I know that I'm pretty lukewarm on that subgenre for sure. There you go. Des knows what's up. Look at her. That's why she kicks it with the cool kids over here, right? Gaz, here's some dropping a New Zealand $3.49. Says, watch it, mate. Also, The Conspiracy is another one. All right, Kill List. So I have Grave Encounters brought up. Now, Kill List movie. I don't want to just Google Kill List and have the government come after me. Thank you so much for the $3.49 New Zealand. Gaz, I'm interested in knowing what that translates to for us Americans. I will say this, since I'm guessing that's what that is, New Zealand dollars. I love the Beths, a band from Auckland there. They are absolutely incredible. One of the best bands I've ever heard in my life. I've fallen in love with them massively over the last couple years. I'm sure you know who they are. I also really love the early Peter Jackson stuff. Dead Alive, anyone? Brain Dead? Hello. So Arnie's friend visiting the old sweet man from Home Alone. It's like, why'd you have to do that to my friend? And what, he's going to be sneaking into the shop now? It's really cool because I guess you could say that an hour and 50 minutes, this movie is, you could call it a relative slow burn. But I do think it's really well paced. Like there's always, the story is always moving here, which I really appreciate. Yeah, I think I've heard most people say they prefer Pearl the most. And they were most disappointed with Maxine. But I love just from seeing the trailer of Maxine and everything, I love the look. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's friggin' incredible. Even if he doesn't do the soundtrack or the score, like on The Thing, he makes sure that it's still badass, What's happening? DJ Plays Favorites. Welcome on into the chat. Hope you're doing well. The use of the soundtrack here of the needle drops to be Christine's voice, essentially. That's a really, really cool like way to build character for a car. It puts like Christine has personality. That's the wildest thing. Like, when you just looking at the summary of this film or of the story about a killer car, you'd think, oh, gee, Stephen King wrote a story about a killer car. Like that's so cheesy. But the way they handle it here, especially the way it comes off on film, I do think there is a character there. There is like, I mean, we sort of personify vehicles by the way, the headlights look like eyes. The grill kind of looks like a smile to a certain extent. And I think even beyond that, they do a really good job in this film through the needle drops and just through the way they shoot the vehicle that you do get that sense of it's a menacing personality that Christine has. X is Dez's favorite. All right. I enjoyed it. Maybe watching it at home, I didn't get the full experience that I would have gotten if I saw it out in the theaters back in 2022. But I thought it was, yeah, I mean, a beautiful looking film, really good performances. Of course, like huge vibes of, as far as atmosphere goes, of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Absolutely. And yeah, Pearl was an interesting character in that movie because you don't really know where it's going. And then once it goes a more sexual route with these two old ass characters, didn't think I'd ever see anything quite like that. Pearl is probably the best in the franchise, but Maxine is the most fun for me. There you go, Aaron. I'm looking forward to checking them all out for sure. I doubt any of them are bad. Ooh. These guys show up to the game just to talk shit. Yeah, let's go ahead and move his head and neck area, right? What could go wrong? Just take his helmet off while he's writhing in pain. Look, dude, just get up, rub some dirt on it, and get going. Come on, you're definitely not going to have a football career if you're just going to wuss out after one bad hit. I mean, have you ever seen the NFL? Let's go, buddy. Let's go. I heard the last one. I think Christian from Planet CHH said the latest one that had come out. Is it the one that's like a prequel? If so, I think he was saying that one is the best one like since the original. I loved X and Pro. I liked Maxine, but was slightly disappointed. Might need to give it a rewatch because that one's kind of like a giallo, right? Loved X. Pearl is great but different. Haven't seen Maxine yet. Sassy. I don't know if you're saying that about me, but I am sassy. I tell you what. 5,000 dirty limericks. Oh my God. Origins is the scariest of the franchise. All right. X might be the best. Maxine is maybe my least favorite. Yeah. That's what I heard, is that it was people's least favorite, but still a good movie just compared to the other two. Absolute dumpster fire. I'll avoid that one for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't really work for me. Oh, Eli sharing a member chat. Been a channel member for 9 months. Thank you so much, Eli. Says, best freaking channel on YouTube. You are too kind. I don't know if we're quite that over here. I think we have the best live streams on YouTube for sure. But I could be way more exciting with my pre-recorded content. But I spend time on the pre-recorded content and then no one watches it. So I'm having a tough time wanting to keep on making more. Yeah. Worked all friggin' night for weeks on that damn thing. Have a good one, Herbert. Take care, bud. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Ashton. Yeah, they're going to be out here in Phoenix in November 6th. So I already picked up tickets for that one. Yeah. Oh, shoot. X was shot in New Zealand. Oh, they sure did make it look like Texas. I'm going to eat more cake. How about that? It's a wild thing to say. Has it ever occurred to you that part of being a parent is trying to kill your kids? See you later, pal. Maxine doesn't have some giant epiphany, and I think some people expected it to. Doesn't seem like the movie, at least, X wasn't deep. There's nothing deep going on, but it was fun. Maxine was a step down, I think, from the first two, by the way it was hyped up. Yeah, that 80s vibe is like very exciting too. Third act especially, but the Dead Meat podcast episode really made me appreciate it more. All right. What's happening? We got Matt Facci in the house from Facci Cinema, one of our great Death Squad mods. Says, Davey, my guy Christine is fire. One of my favorite Carpenter flicks. I really dig this one too, Matt. This is actually just my second time watching it, but absolutely loved it my first time. It definitely lives up to all the talk and all the hype for sure. And guys, just in case you missed the beginning of the stream, Matt Facci is going to be on Late Night with the Davey this Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, for a start bench cut edition of Late Night. And we're going to be doing 70s and 80s horror. So jump on in and give us some items from the 70s and the 80s, from all those horror films or whatever for us to rank during the show. And I think I'm going to be on Matt's channel the following, I don't know, you let me know, Matt. Was it Tuesday? To talk about Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Gotcha. There you go. It's Facci's preferred film. I'm looking forward to checking him out. Gotta watch Pearl first. Hints of Giallo, yeah. Feels so long. It's only Monday. That's how I'm reading that, Destiny. Oh my God, you guys, this week's already feels so long. Well, it's because you didn't fall asleep super early, right? This is past your bedtime. So you're kind of into a second day already, Des. We got Brett Patrick in the house. One of our great channel members says, hey, Davey, good film. Love how they filmed the car coming back to life after being smashed. Yeah, we're probably... Ooh, when's that coming up? We got some time. Yeah, right now he's in the car. It's pissing down rain. They are at the drive-in, and his girlfriend's like, the car stuff is sort of weirding me out, dude. And he's like, what is so weird about it? I just love my car. Shaw. Nobody likes my car these days. I guess I'm just going to have her kill everyone. Fans of something dropping in with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Eddie. Really appreciate you. Says, Davey, excited to have you on Friday. Yeah, guys, I showed that off at the beginning of the stream there, Eddie, just in case you missed it. Yeah, I'm going to be on Fans of Something Friday night, May 23rd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be playing a little game on I'm trying to remember the name of the game. Tell me what the name of the game is again, Eddie. I'm in the middle of Christine now, so Poorly Explained Movies, something like that. The friggin' lights. I love the super bright lights, so he can't really, can he really see from outside? And she's just happens to be choking. So it's interesting the way Christine is really didn't do anything, just sort of like in Final Destination, this very unfortunate thing happened, and then Christine makes it so no one can facilitate her rescue. It's fucking hardcore. Oh my God. That was an awesome sweater that guy has on. That's exactly how I sound. Yeah. Oh my God, Monday feels so long. I'll just keep on doing it. It's fun for me. Not really making fun of you. I just like doing it. Woke up thinking it was Tuesday. I was like, wait a second. Damn it, it's only Monday. What the boop? Eli, thank you so much for dropping Pat That Halloween Movie Collector's channel link there. You can catch Brett Patrick over there. And yes, thank you so much. I was going to ask you to do that, Eli. Thank you for sharing fans of something. Guys, go ahead and throw them a sub. Set the notification for the stream on Friday. I'll be sharing that one here on the channel as well. So come hang out and kick it with us. Yeah, I sent Pat the link. I sent him the link. It's real easy to do it. It's very easy to do it. And then, yeah, that way when somebody jumps in midstream, they can just, it's so easy, right? Bourbon tier ranking. That sounds like fun. I mean, we've all been here, right? Like, you're dating somebody, it's going really well. You've got a new fancy car, and then, you know, it's a tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Take her to the drive-in, the car tries to kill her. And then you have to get into a fight about it. It's like, I'm sorry, baby. I don't think my car really tried to kill you. And she's like, yes, it did. And I'm like, but I love my car and I'm not going to give it up. You totally understand. I would have given you the Heimlich. We've all been there before, right? Totally relatable. He should use the line that Norm Macdonald uses in Dirty Work, where he's like, hey, maybe you'll feel better after we have some dirty sex. You know, the line, sometimes it works. That's all I'm saying. You know, if you don't shoot your shot, you ain't going to swish that three. Is that who that actor is? That who that is? She plays the Virgin Connie Swale from Dragnet. I don't know, man. I probably saw Dragnet on like Betamax or VHS in the 80s and never again. Dirty Work is an absolute masterpiece. Yes, you are right. He just had a fight with his fleshy girlfriend, and now he's got to like sit here and like apologize and make up with his, you know, vehicular girlfriend. I'm curious. I'm just getting this thought now, guys. Is this supposed to be sort of like a metaphor for like when you have a hobby that you're really into that like makes you feel alive and you don't want to let go of, that it can come between you and the people you have relationships with? It can effectively kill the relationship. Think about it. When I was in high school, I had a girlfriend at the time. Granted, it was high school, but it was like long term for high school. And you guys know I'm a big music guy, and I was like playing in bands and all that stuff. And she told me at one point, she was like, it feels like music is your mistress. And I was like, I can't believe I'm a 16-year-old not even having sex with this person, and she's giving me the fucking business about this shit. And unfortunately, it's been a theme that has followed me my whole life and maybe obviously I have something to do with it. If I allow my hobbies to come between, I don't know, maybe they're just not healthy relationships. If the hobbies, if a good balance can't be found, then maybe it was just never meant to be. I don't know. It's not like Christine. I'm not letting my hobbies kill people. Just want to make that clear. Oh, these fucking fuckers. Beautiful Carpenter soundtrack kicking in here. Awesome. Thank you so much, Eli. I just subbed earlier today as well. Paula says, just say sex then. Paula, are you saying that all sex is just intrinsically dirty? I guess so. That kind of made me chuckle there. To me, it's funny because they're fighting in the movie and he's like, maybe you feel better after some dirty sex. I don't know. Speaking of dirty work, can't wait for that alternate cut to come out. Fun film. Yeah, I'm interested to see if the R-rated cut will be will be better. I think the movie is like, I don't know if I would change a thing, but and sometimes stuff is funnier if it's not like being able to use like fouler language doesn't always mean like that it would be funnier. But yeah, I mean, if that's what they wrote and that's what they performed, I'd love to see like the intended version for sure. Destiny says, if you don't shoot your shot, you won't get to shoot your. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, Destiny thinks he just wants to F the car. Yeah. Yeah, Des, you weren't in here earlier, but I was reading through the IMDb trivia a couple points. And the actor Keith Gordon said whenever he was touching the car in the movie, he was imagining what part of a woman it would be. He just wanted to put himself in that space. And you're right. It is all about balance. It can be tough. Balance and communication, because sometimes things might seem out of balance, but then they'll swing back, So sometimes you have to be all about your hobby, and then other times you can be all about that relationship. And then sometimes you can be somewhere in the middle. But if you're not communicating with that person that you're with and they're not communicating with you, yeah, you can run into some trouble, unfortunately. And sometimes people don't let you know there's trouble until it's already beyond repair. Jamie says, are you at the part where he says, show me? Carpenter directed Arnie to act like he was watching a striptease. We've got to be getting close to that because the bullies just destroyed the car. They just completely shredded it to pieces. So he's walking in right now with his girlfriend and it's completely effed. And man, the collar on his jacket is just so impressive. Speaking of that, I hate the unrated Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, I think sometimes like the stuff they cut out of a movie, they cut it out for a reason. But yeah, I'm so willing to watch the R-rated cut of Dirty Work. We'll see if it's better. That movie is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen as is. So I think it'll be tough to make it funnier. Chester says top 5 Carpenter movies. I'm going to read them back from 5, Chester. Number 5, Escape from New York. Number 4, Christine. Number 3, The Thing. Number 2, The Fog. Number 1, Halloween. It's a good ranking there. It's so tough to rank Carpenter films. Halloween's my favorite, but I think The Thing might be a better movie, if that makes sense, guys. Hopefully that does. Dude, this would just be like, I'm not even a car guy. This is just, it's devastating even for somebody like me to watch that's not a car guy. Don't touch me, sinner. He called her sinner. Wow. Jeez, he really lost it on her. A bit too much. My my strange addiction. Oh, I thought Destiny. I was like, you have a strange addiction? It was the name of a TV show. Okay. Whoo! Dating his car. Not healthy. Did you guys ever see that fake commercial on SNL that was the Mercury Mistress? They like never aired it again after it aired, but it's the car you can have sex with. So you take like the back license plate off and it was like a pixelated and it showed like a guy like driving along on the street. He like almost hits an animal and he gets out to like look and make sure everything's okay. And he's like, oh, thank God. And then he looks around and then he starts going at the back of the car. Mercury Mistress. Maybe it's somewhere out there on the internet. Bob Saget directing Dirty Work can only make you wonder what was left on the cutting room floor. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Damn. Choking out his dad. You love to see it, He is like getting to be diabolical here, Arnie. Not a good guy. So I think we're Jamie, if you're still watching, I think this may be the scene where he says, "Show me." Congratulations to Jamal Roberts. I don't know who he is, but it's got to be very difficult to win American Idol. Yeah. It would take a very special director with some gravitas to make sure that they did this practically now. Feels like I'm the only person on earth that doesn't love the fog. I don't know if I think I think it's good, don't get me wrong. I don't know if it would be in my top 5 for Carpenter because I really love Big Trouble in Little China and Escape from New York, The Thing, Halloween. I really did love this movie. I don't know. All right, so the engine is repaired, and here we go. He's gonna now. I don't know if he knew it was supernatural before, or he just felt a connection, but now he knows this is like full on. There's some sort of entity living inside this vehicle, and here we go, guys. The moment is coming up. Okay, show me. There it is. Oh, the flare, the lens flare that just it shoots across the screen. The Alan Howarth John Carpenter soundtrack. Beautiful. This is sexy. This is some sexy stuff right here. Little saxophone, sexy 80s sax, as I like to call it. Yeah, these reverse effects are so good. I mean, like you pretty much know what it is, right? You know, but it's such a good look. And yeah, I think it was just hydraulics inside that just pulled the pulled the car in, and then yeah, oh, it's just so beautiful. It looks perfect. These effects look amazing. And guys, this shot right here, if you're watching along, let me know, is this where the opening of Halloween 3 was shot? Like this underpass here, the guy like running through? It looks so similar. And I think we see it later when Christine is chasing some of the bullies around. Or must be chasing this bully around, who I guess just hitchhikes with truck drivers. Wonder what he did to pay for that ride. Brett Patrick says his top 5 are Assault on Precinct 13, They Live, The Fog, Escape from New York, and Halloween. Yeah, I don't know if this is the same area. I'm sure IMDb would maybe be able to corroborate or, you know, let me know. Oh, there she is down the way. It just looks like the same spot where they shot the opening of Halloween 3. Yeah. Laziness and yeah, I guess budgetary can be seen as lazy in a way, like that it's just like it can be cheaper. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Tyler. I have nothing against computer generated effects. I think I'd like to think I say that quite a bit on the channel, but just in case anyone is new here and doesn't know, I have nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I do like both. And there are certain things that digital can do, CG can do that practical can't. And there are certain things that just don't look as good when they're not practical, pure and simple. Imagine if the movie and book ended with Arnie and Christine getting married. Yeah. Especially that shot right when the sting hits on that track, Tyler, and there's like multiple, it's almost like it's like there's some good flares there. It's like a lens flare sunset kind of look. That is a good little tidbit there. Thank you, Brett. Yeah, because that was like a dog trainer with the dog, with the German Shepherd. Truck drivers do get pretty lonely on the road, just saying. Oh, yeah. And even the music here kind of reminds me of Halloween 3. October 28th. Bow. Dug, 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 dug. Let me check the poll here while we get going on an exciting kill. Poll in the chat. Let's see here. 29 votes. 66% of you say that 31 votes, 32 votes. Whoa, 69% of you say that Christina's a 4-star movie. 33 votes, 70% say it's a 4-star, 30% say it's 3-star. So it's getting some love here. And rightly so. This is another really great, I mean, again, a movie about a killer car. And it doesn't seem like a crappy gimmick. I mean, granted, it's technically a gimmick, right? It just doesn't seem crappy. Like, it's really good. And this is tense here. And Christine's like, I can push my way through there, MFer. Oh, he's got his knife out because he thinks Arnie's in the car. I don't even know if Arnie's in the car, right? Wouldn't that be dangerous? Because Christine doesn't need Arnie. This is amazing. I mean, just imagine watching this in the theater in 83. And you're like, no freaking way. Oh my gosh. I didn't want to make the joke, but there you go. Just ask Cody Snyder about truck drivers getting lonely on the road. Jamie Hart's got a top 5 here. John Carpenter's movies. Number 5, Ghost of Mars. 4, They Live. 3, Big Trouble in Little China. 2, Halloween. 1, Vampires with James Woods. I really enjoyed Vampires. I need to watch that one again. I am on Letterboxd, but I'm not very active. Not nearly as active as I should be. Yeah. Big time Season of the Witch vibe with the music. The wide-eyed look that Arnie has now, where he's just sort of like, he's like total. There's something about the wide-eyed look that really freaks me out. You know, like the Riddler in the Batman movie, where he's just always doing this. And like Michael Myers, whenever you see his eyes and they're wide open, freaks me the fuck out. I know it's so simple, but it's just like right there, the look that Arnie has, it is chilling to me. Oh, yeah. James Woods is awesome. He's got one of the best voices, I think, too. I'm jealous, Aaron. I've never been to a drive-in, guys. Never once had a drive-in experience. I should do it. I should go to the drive-in and document it. I should go live at the drive-in. Live at the drive. Here we go. I think we got Harry Dean Stanton entering things. Ooh, asshole park job there, of course. Yeah. Rudy Junkins. I heard it's been killing people. Robin, the midwife, jumping on in. What's happening, Robin? So good to see you. Hope you're having a great night. Says drive-ins are super cute. Yeah, I've never been. Seems like it would be a damn good time. But I think there's one not too far from where I'm at. I mean, there's got to be a couple here in the Phoenix area at least. Still have a couple drive-ins within a 100-mile radius. There you go, Brett. Hell yeah. I'm going to look it up here. Closest drive-in to Buckeye, Arizona. Glendale. So not too far. Approximately 28.7 miles away. There you go. West Wind Drive-In. Wonder what they got playing. Can I use my AMC A-list? They got Ballerina, Fight or Flight, Shadow Force, Final Destination Bloodlines, Clown in a Cornfield, Thunderbolt. So they got all the Sinners. Maybe I could go watch Sinners late at night. Be kind of fun. Man, they have an 11:30. I could go tonight at 11:30 and watch Sinners like a crazy person. Only $9.75. Okay, back to the movie. 28.7 miles is not far, Robin. Oh my goodness, come on. Might be far for you. Oh my gosh, I can hear a jet flying. I live not too far from an Air Force base. I'm like, hey, it seems kind of late for the jets to be going. Shit wipes off. I'm getting lost in the Harry Dean Stanton detective vibe. I'm digging it. He's so good. Oh, Arnie's got attitude here. That hoe bag ain't my girlfriend. Damn, he's just like, he's talking shit to his parents, choking out his dad, talking shit to the cops, and looking cooler than ever. And then, yeah, got to wipe off the car because somebody else touched it. And I'm going to eat more birthday cake. How do you like me now? I don't even know what that means. Yeet? What does that mean? Like punch really hard, knock out? I'm so old, Ashton. I'm so incredibly old. Not only old, also out of touch. Damn. I'm sorry, baby. It's just sometimes I get scared of being a nobody. He starts doing the Happy Gilmore thing. I'm sorry to hear that, Chester. They're having a hell of a year, though. Hell of a year for the Tigers. Throw or kick to a really high radius. Okay. Oh, I should have consulted the Urban Dictionary. Till the night closes in. These guys aren't concerned at all that their friend got killed by a car. Still acting like punk bitches. Birthday cake is still great, guys. Brett Patrick says my Cubs just blew a one-run lead and lost to the terrible Marlins. It's rough. Got some Rolling Stones on. Yeah, my Yankees won the series against the Mets this last weekend, so that was great. I got a, Cody Bellinger grand slam on my birthday. That was kind of nice. No worries, Aaron. That's quite all right, man. Just, sober up and rejoin us. No. Palamo YT jumping on in. Welcome to the chat. I think this is your first time. So, welcome. You're kicking it with the Death Squad. We are watching Christine from 1983. There is a link pinned in the chat and also in the description if that's easier for you. Palamo says, my son, who's 11, loves the movie. Yeah, this is a really good one. This movie's friggin' awesome. And we have about 35 minutes left. And guys, I gotta say, you know how big of a total bitch I can be about run times, but at an hour and 50 minutes, I do think this movie is incredibly well paced. I dig it. Whereas I thought Final Destination Bloodlines could have been 10 minutes shorter. Little cracked voice there. Yeah, he's he played so well for the Dodgers and then just had that weird, like, it's tough to be so being consistent in baseball is one of the toughest things. So it's good to see he's kind of got a little bit of his swagger and mojo back. I think sometimes putting on the pinstripes can help you get that confidence. He played for you guys a little bit, though, didn't he, Brett? When he left the Dodgers, he went over to the Cubbies, I think, if I remember correctly. Not even scared at all that the car just destroyed the. Oh, shit. There we go. Oh. That was one hell of a dummy. And I don't know if, Ted from Friday the 13th Part 2, he makes it out alive in that one. I don't know if he's going to make it out alive in this one. We'll see. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, so I don't think, guys, let me know. Here, I'm going to end this poll because I have another question for you guys. 34 votes, 71%. So you guys, no one thinks this movie is below a 3-star out of 1 through 4. No one thinks it's below 3 stars, which is amazing. That's a pretty good consensus. I've got another question though. Jesus, this whole place just blew the F up. Awesome little sting there. Blew up like the friggin' gas station in RoboCop. Okay, there you guys go. Another little poll there. So you can let me know if you think that Christine is acting alone or is Arnie piloting the vehicle. Jeez. It's a nice little burn effect there. Yeah, I just thought the premonition was like really long, and there were these awkward silences during like the romantic kind of parts. At the press screening, people were like laughing and snickering uncomfortably especially during the premonition. Yeah, he totally lost it at the tail end with the Dodgers, so it's good to see him come back. This is Christine looks like how I look when I party all night coming home. Almost even looks like the DeLorean when it comes back from the future and it's like covered in ice, Nothing to see here. Don't worry about the smoke. Nothing. So far, just 6 votes, but 4 out of the 6 people think that Arnie is piloting Christine. Interesting. Again, this is just my second time seeing the movie. I always thought when Christine was killing people that she's just sort of acting of her own volition. See, they just said. So yeah, Arnie's not in the car. That's what he was doing right there, is he was making sure that that wasn't Arnie driving Christine there. So I guess that answers my question. Don't mind me, just eating some cake. They could do, so if they did like a musical version of Christine, just do it like Little Shop of Horrors, you know? Like this is the moment where the plant eats the shop owner, you know? All right, 9 votes and 56% of you think it's just Christine. Okay, I think that's what they want us to. I think that's how they want us to interpret this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's no one in there. Oh, it's gonna be so hot. Yeah. Oh yeah, water is amazing. There, yep, no one in there. Okay. Yeah, because Christine loves Arnie, so Christine is acting on behalf of Arnie, wouldn't want him to be implicated, and also wouldn't want him to get hurt, because Christine can fix herself, but Arnie can't be fixed. He is not supernatural. And there are 13 people watching right now, but it seems like I've totally lost the chat. You guys are like, Davey, I'm not even talking to you anymore. This is just terrible. Don't do it. Well, and he's also, yeah, he's like, so he loves Christine. I think he knows what Christine is like. I think he knows full well what's going on. But he also is just like, yeah, the people deserve it. If they mess with her, they deserve it. Like, that's my, yeah, he's so dedicated. And this guy's just getting straight up crushed. We got KCX94 in the chat. Welcome on in. You're kicking it with the Death Squad. Everybody make KCX feel very welcome. We are, gosh, we got about 30 minutes left in Christine here. There's a link pinned in the chat and also in the description if you want to watch for free on YouTube. And KCX94 says, been following for a few months. Very enjoyable to watch these when I'm working. Top 3 favorite horror movies? Oh, man. That's so tough. Let me see if I can do 3 that are like different subgenres. So just so that way it's not all slashers or something, because I could easily pick 3 slashers. I will say The Changeling from 1980 is the top 3. Let me just call that number 3. I'll put John Carpenter's Halloween at number 1. I just love it so much. And sandwiched between those 2, let me try to think of one that's maybe a little more recent that I've really enjoyed. God, what's one that I've... Number 2, I will say, fuck it, Long Legs. There we go. If it's considered a horror movie, I don't know. She looks perfect. What are you talking about? Yes, love to all the mods and all of you. I mean, even if you guys haven't subbed yet, but please do if you haven't, if you're watching. All the subscribers, the Patreon members, our amazing 79 channel members. You guys are so awesome. And of course, the mods for keeping things clean in here. Pristine Christine. There you go. What's happening, Dean Renner? One of our great channel members says, "Oh, no way, you're still live. Did I catch you at the end?" What's up, everyone? Yeah, we've got probably about a half hour, 25 minutes left. Yeah, of Christine here. Link pinned in the chat and in the description as well if you want to follow along. And we got Jason from Backtrack Cinema jumping on in as well. Must have just wrapped up over on Kyle Curtis's channel watching Rocky Balboa. Thank you so much for jumping on in, Jason. Really appreciate you. We are finishing up here with Christine. And boom, the chat is once again lively. KCX94 says, "Do you have a nice home theater setup? Figured you would have something nice with a good physical collection of movies." Yeah, I've got a 70-inch Philips TV, and I just run my Blu-rays and stuff off my PS4. So I don't have like a 4K player, but I do have some 4Ks. I have an okay physical media collection, but I'm not like a rabid physical media collector. It's just, can get to be pretty expensive. So, and is this like low key a Christmas movie now? Because I see a Christmas tree in the background. But yeah, I mean, I love watching movies on the big screen. For the purposes of the setup I have here with my little studio space here, I am just watching the movie on YouTube. But I do have the steelbook right here there of Christine. It is the car. She's absolutely right. Listen to her. She knows what's up. Oh, nice. Just got in from Final Destination Bloodlines. Meh. And then you went to the casino. Well, hopefully you at least made your ticket money back. Although, do you have AMC A-list? I think you do. For some reason, or if you don't have that, do you have the Regal thing? I would imagine something. Yeah, I just think Final Destination in general is kind of meh, and I feel like Bloodlines was better than half of the other movies in the franchise. Yeah. Oh, she's gorgeous. Yeah. Fun fact, Christine 16 by Kiss didn't age well, subject-wise, although was it ever really okay? Well, yeah, I mean, even the Beatles have that song that she was just 17, and you know what I mean. The way she looked was way beyond compare or whatever. Yeah, not appropriate either. I mean, I guess so. A lot of fans of Kiss were probably teenagers. So it's like, I guess you could say at some point, like, like the guys from Blink were writing First Date when they were in their like late 20s and they were probably already in relationships. So it's like you write songs that are sort of like for your audience, maybe, not necessarily from their perspective, but yeah, it certainly raises some questions. There you go. Good job, Dean. Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. This scene gets pretty intense here. She's like stalking them like she's Michael freaking Myers. I don't know why I always want those little stinger sounds. The way this is shot, that green light on the speedometer is so awesome. Just, yeah, the way that Arnie, like, he really has completely changed. It's a complete transformation. Makes me want to drink a light beer. Don't do it, Davey. Don't do it. Jeez. 79. Okay. Yeah, he is. He's fucking lost it. I love it. It's a great performance. I mean, maybe it's over the top and everything, but it's proving the point for sure. I dig it. There's just dark circles around his eyes, glittering, and Dean, where would you rank the bloodlines in the franchise? What spot would you put it? Is it basically going to turn into that scene from Fight Club where you have to like trust the car and just let go? There you go. Only 16 was about not just the girl being 16, but him too. There you go. What's happening, Billy Judd? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining us. "13 votes, and 62% of you think that it is just Christine acting alone in the car, while 38% think that Arnie is piloting the vehicle." Well, at least in that one instance, we got proof that he wasn't. So I'm going to guess that he never is piloting the vehicle when she's killing. Dang, Bloodline second to last. All right. Whew, yeah, you are not a fan. Fair enough. Fair enough. Wide-eyed. Wow, this is amazing. Love has a voracious appetite. It eats everything. Friendship, family. It kills me how much it eats. Damn. This is a killer performance by Keith Gordon here. I am stuck in it. I am lost in this performance. He's like, what? That girl? No. The car. I've never heard the term shitter used other than this movie. Couldn't like the characters, not as many deaths as I expected, and the end was a little predictable. Did you notice at the end, Dean, and I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone that hasn't seen it, there was a bit of that, like, you know, that one thing in Prometheus that everyone criticizes? There was a little bit of that kind of vibe going on towards the end of Bloodlines. Damn. Well, isn't Christine just going to fix that really quick? Jeffro Richard jumping into the chat. Welcome on in, Jeffro. You're kicking it with the Death Squad. Everybody make Jeffro feel very welcome here. He says Arnie piloting the vehicle isn't accurate. Christine was possessed by supernatural power that also possessed Arnie, in my honest opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's why I put the poll out there. I was curious to know what everyone thought. I think that Arnie is only piloting the vehicle when we see him piloting the vehicle, and when Christine is killing, Arnie's not there. The guy who plays Bobby in Bloodlines was Ark in Nickelodeon's Night Squad. I've never heard of that show. I can't even remember who Bobby is. Who's Bobby? Which one's Bobby? Is he one of the... Is he the guy that's allergic to peanuts? I don't know. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. There you go. Okay, cool. That was like one of the first things I thought of. I was like, huh, it seems like if you just did this. Okay, never mind. Am I still discount Kevin Bacon, or what do you think? All right, here we go. We are in the last bit here. Really just about 10 minutes before the movie ends. It's about 11 minutes until the credits here, folks. So we are in the final bit here of John Carpenter's Christine from 1983. Yeah, but that's like shitter, yeah, apostrophe S, like the shitter is full. I've just never heard people referred to as shitters. It's odd that he has a knee brace, right? It's like I don't think a knee brace would if you needed a cast, because his leg was in a cast. I don't see how a knee brace would really help. But I guess they just want you to remember that he was previously injured. 14 votes, 57% of you believe that Christine's operating alone. There you go. $28 likes. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for showing the love. Yeah, it's just one of those things that's like it's proprietary to Christine. I'm guessing that's used in the novel as well. Sounds like something that Stephen King would put in his book. Because I defaced her. Here we go. Maybe. Nope. Somebody else. Some other kind of drug deal going on. Let's see here. I'm going to close out this poll. Boom, I got another poll in there for you guys. Pretty sure I know what everyone's going to say on this one, but do you want to see a remake of Christine? Oh, Christine was hiding. Sneaky, sneaky. How did Christine cover itself with stuff? I guess Arnie might have had to do that. Oof. That couldn't feel good. Getting a little bit of like, the end of Thanksgiving kind of has the whole warehouse little chase scene. Remember Jessica? I said your Kathleen would make a very good dinner. Oh, is she hurt or is she writhing in ecstasy? I couldn't tell there. Jamie would be cool with a Christine remake. All right, like updated vehicle and everything like that. So if you are cool, if you would like to see a Christine remake, tell me what kind of car you would want Christine to be. I'm curious to know that. Do you want it to just be the 57? I'm already forgetting the name of the vehicle. The 58 Plymouth Fury. Yeah, Stephen King's trying to make fetch happen. Yeah, sounds like a Stephen King thing. Dude is such a fucking weirdo. I like his writing. I just don't know if I really respect the man behind it. Chester says a Christine remake would be terrible. What kind of car? I'm trying to think of, because, so Stephen King picked this car because it was, didn't have as mass of a production as most vehicles. So I'm trying to think of what would be appropriate of like a nice car that people would sort of recognize, but wasn't like overproduced. PT Cruiser. Love that little jitter there. I mean, it really does look like teeth Oh yeah, Billy. Yeah, we I caught that right at the beginning of the film, even though I started saying Back to the Future 2, part 2. And then yeah, we mentioned it again during his death scene, although I guess we don't see it confirmed, but the whole friggin' gas station blows up, yeah. What's happening, Dave? Welcome on in, man. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. We're just probably 5 minutes away from the end of Christine here. I said it, like, I appreciate what he's contributed, as far as the art goes. I just think he's kind of a whack job. I don't know. And Arnie just straight up. So Arnie is piloting Christine now. Okay, so interesting. So it seems like certain times he is, certain times he isn't. Okay. But he is full on, like, he looks like a ghoul. Like there is something very ghoulish, vampiric. He doesn't even look like he's human anymore. So yeah, kind of like what Jeffro had said earlier. It is like Christine is sort of infecting him with whatever this supernatural power is. I'd be excited for a remake, but not a blockbuster version. So in that case, maybe not, because how else is it going to get produced? Yeah. Oh, is he dead now? Yeah. What about if like Blumhouse did it, Don't pull it out. Go to the hospital. You can't pull it out. Guys, if anything ever impales you, go to the hospital. Don't pull out a knife or screwdriver or giant shard of glass. Just don't do it. Let the pros take care of it. How about a Mustang? Would it be like a rare? I'm just trying to think of something that's like a little more rare. I'm like, what would they do that's like rare? Like a muscle car that just wasn't, that they just didn't make many of. That's what I figure. That's a cool little thing. The lights going, the headlights dying, as Arnie dies there. So it's like poetry. It rhymes. I'm indifferent to a remake, says Aaron. Not opposed, not chomping the bit for one, so I voted yes. We always have the original if the remake isn't good. True. Good point. What about a low rider? All my friends drive low riders. 5 to 50 million. Yeah. I mean, you'd figure they'd probably spend, at least 30. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I hear you, Ashton. I'm just curious to know what you guys think. I'm sort of like, I guess by default, I'm kind of against remakes and stuff, but then every now and then we get a really good one. So, like, I was so worried about the Dawn of the Dead remake in 04. I was like, there's no way they're going to do this well. And originally it was going to be PG-13. And then when they announced they were going to do an R-rated version, I got a little more hopeful. And then I ended up really loving that movie, and then I was worried about The Evil Dead and, the 2013 version. And that's one of my favorites in the franchise. I like the Friday the 13th remake. I like the Texas Chainsaw remake. It's kind of a mixed bag. Tesla Cybertruck, they're pretty dangerous as they are. Yeah. That would be controversial, especially nowadays. And I guess it does have a sinister look. Like, it's a not a good looking vehicle, so angular and odd. I think that might actually be kind of cool. That might actually kind of work. Just a normal ass non-supernatural Cybertruck. A Toyota Prius. A Chevy Volt. Oh, they think it's all over. It's got to be a classic car and used. I'm thinking Mustang, Camaro, or Charger. But I mean, if they could still do classic is sort of like a kind of relative, right? So what? This was late 50s when they made this in the early 80s. So what if they did like I mean, even you could go back further. You could do like an 80s or a 90s like classic car, right, Jamie? Something like that. I don't know. Prius Prime. There you go. A Gremlin. Classic is 20 years. Okay. So just going back to the early 2000s. Crazy. GNX. The GNX, is that kind of like what the Batmobile is in the new I wonder. I wonder. Another great needle drop here. Boom. Just a friggin' cube. What if Christine became a Transformer? Michael Bay. Michael Bay produces a Christine remake, and at the end, it becomes a Transformer. Just saying. There you go. Robert wants a Gremlin as well. It's a great little. I'm just like, I'm sucked in for the final little shot here. What happens? Is it going to move? Yep. It ain't over. Christine will be back in Christine 2, Electric Boogaloo. We got a little bad to the bone to play us out of the film here. All right, everyone. So that was John Carpenter's Christine from 1983. Wow, what a classic. You know, again, only my second time seeing the movie, but I really enjoy that one quite a bit. Great music, not only the score by John Carpenter, but the needle drop soundtrack as well is very, very well done. Keith Gordon's performance, awesome. Like the transformation that Arnie Cunningham goes through from the beginning of the movie to the end is pretty awesome. A great, like, I mean, starts out, he's not really like our hero, but he's definitely like our main character, you know, like we're sympathizing with him. And then, you know, by the end of the movie, even though, I don't know, I'm still sort of sad to see him go, even though he's the villain at that point, because he really wasn't in control. So I think they do a really good job at developing that character. He's also a great asshole also. Love the special effects. I love the way the movie looks. You know, all those nighttime shoots with like the wet pavement and everything. It just gives me that like Dean Cundy, you know, of course, early Carpenter look. They just, all those movies just had that kind of look. The use of lens flares was really tasteful and awesome here. And spooky, I'll say it again, chilling performances from Keith Gordon. And, you know, I'll say this again too. I love the menacing personality of Christine. I think for an inanimate object, well, you know, other than fixing herself and being able to drive herself apparently, but you know, a character that can't really say anything other than through the songs on the stereo. I think the character of Christine is very well defined. Better defined than some characters that are human characters in movies that we get, I mean, through all time, but it seems like especially more recently, we have a lot of movies where the characters are just like catchphrases and not really characters. So yeah, I really dig John Carpenter's Christine. I would give it a solid, you know, just after seeing it a second time, I would say it's a solid 4 out of 5 for me. If I'm going to give it a 5-star rating, I'm a 5-star man. KCX94 wants me to do one more movie. KCX, I would. But I gotta spread it out, and of course, and I know that it's, you know, on the East Coast now, where it's almost midnight out there. So I just, you know, I like to spread things out a little bit. Tomorrow I will be live for the members. We're going to do 80s horror trivia. So if you are a channel member, at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK, because I want everyone to be involved if they can be. We're going to do a members only trivia. The first place winner is going to get a $30 gift card to Amazon. Or I guess I could get you a $30, like if you'd rather have a $30 Starbucks or whatever the heck, we can figure something out. So you'll get a gift card. So KCX94, if you want some more, Davey stream time, just $1 a month gets you that channel membership, which is really cool. You can buy different tiers, but just 99 cents gets you, gets your foot in the door there. So yeah, not going to do one more movie tonight, but I will be, live for members tomorrow. Guys, tomorrow night, I almost forgot, Hit the Bricks live over on Drum Dums. Let me share that link in the chat here. Just give me a sec to bring it up. Usually we go on, usually we would have been live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, but Lee had a prior engagement, so we are going to go live tomorrow. Guys, we're going to talk about Final Destination Bloodlines. We are going to talk about all the Jason universe nonsense and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you join us there for that one. Let me put that link there. Boom. KCX94, if you want to become a member, there's a link in the description below. And then if you're if you're on your phone, you're going to want to use that link. If you're on a computer, there's a little button that says join just right next to the channel name. So you can join that way as well. If you would like to. So that's the way to do that. And then, right there in the chat, guys, that is the link to the Hit the Bricks live episode for tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. You're not going to want to miss that over on Drum Dums channel. That's with Lee from Drum Dums, of course, Nick Miller from the Lost River Drive-In, and yours truly, where we cover all of your horror movie news and all sorts of fun conversation over there. So there you go. Let's see here. 4 purple hearts for Jamie Hart. There you go. Heck yeah. And then red flag. Did I say something that was wrong? Did I mess up? No. She's like, that's a red flag, Davey. Of course, my idea deviates from the original. It could just be its own thing, not titled Christine. Gotta think Legacy sequel. That would be cool. Just bring back the Fury. Screw it, Didn't watch along with you guys. I have seen Christine a lot. Well, thanks for kicking it with us, Chester. Really appreciate you. Let's see here. Have a lovely night. Enjoy the rest of your evening there. Jamie loves Hit the Bricks. So does Chester. So yeah, guys, if you haven't caught that yet, it's a really fun show. I have a blast doing that. And then I'll be back on this channel for everyone. So members tomorrow. For everyone else, Hit the Bricks tomorrow night on Drum Dums. But here on the Davey Death Ray channel, Wednesday night, 9 p.m., start bench cut edition of Late Night with the Davey with our guy Matt Facci from Facci Cinema. We're going to be ranking 70s and 80s horror. So join that live chat and let us know some of the items you'd like us to rank. And then Friday night over on Fans of Something. Right? That's what it is, right? Fans of Something. Yes. I'll be doing their little game show, their movies explained badly or poorly or something like that. That'll be a blast. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for kicking it here with me on this sort of surprise last minute watch party. It had just been a few weeks, so I decided that I wanted to do another watch party with you guys. So had a blast doing this with y'all. Thank you to all the subscribers, everyone who showed up here, hung out in the chat, dropped hit that like button. If you're watching after the fact, make sure to hit the like, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of Christine. Really appreciate the Patreon members and the channel members as well. And of course, our amazing group of Death Squad mods. You guys are amazing for keeping it nice and clean in here. And Aaron says, love the amount of content you're putting out / participating in, Davey. Hell yeah, man. I am really pumped about it too. I love being a guest on other people's channels. I love having people over here and just being more active. And then, guys, make sure you have the notification bell hit so you don't miss it. If I go live, you'll get a little, notification up on your phone about a half hour before I go live. And then once I hit the live button, you get another one. So that way you won't miss anything that we're doing here. And I'm going to be keeping up with the shorts and all that stuff, doing out of theater reactions and maybe some other kind of fun stuff on the shorts. Just whenever I see a movie that maybe I needed to catch up on or finally watch, you know, I'll do some sort of short for that as well. So yeah, you guys are so awesome. Thank you for kicking it with me once again. Really appreciate all the love on my birthday yesterday. You guys were absolutely incredible. That is going to wrap it up for this edition of Davey Death Ray Live Watch Party Series. So, guys, until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Death Ray. Take care.